Hi, today I wanted to go over the 10 top best lifetime purchases over my whole entire life as a car person, a self-proclaimed car guy. So if you're a car guy, if you know someone that's into cars, and just in time for Christmas, here's a list of 10 of the things, like the top things that I have purchased over my entire life as a car owner, that I think are the best, the most useful, no regrets, zero regrets purchases that I have ever made, car related. Here we go. Okay, so this is going to be in no particular order. These are the 10 things. So number one, we got this little sweet, nice little gauge cluster. If you look at the OEM standard gauge cluster here, there is no temperature gauge at all. So the only thing warning you that you've overheated is a light that pops up over there. It'll pop up and it'll flash at you and it'll say, hey, you have overheated your engine. That's kind of a too late scenario. It's too close for comfort. I have overheated this car several times because it has an issue with the fans that I haven't figured out yet. But overall, it usually doesn't overheat. It stays within normal operating temperature that I can now see because I got this cool little gauge thing. Now there's like some very invasive gauges that you can attach to your coolant hoses, and then you have to run wires through the firewall of your car and then mount them up underneath the wiring under here. And it's a whole big mess. This is the cleanest install, the cleanest looking in my opinion. It just looks the best. I don't think it looks out of place. I might have placed it in a weird spot, but that's just kind of like the best spot for me to look at it. And I don't think it looks out of place. It's kind of the same color as the interior. It looks good. I think it looks good. And it's got a bunch of different functions. It's got voltmeters. I have the speedometer up there because I like the digital speed reader as well as, having the analog here. Pretty much everything you see on here, that will have as well, except for maybe the gas thing. I think it also has like an MPG reader though. So it's got a bunch of things that you see in a regular cluster, but the main reason why I got it was because it has that temperature read. And it's super simple. As you can see, I ran the wire underneath here, just directly, just connects in the back. I ran it under here. I just took apart the gauge cluster here, and it wasn't super difficult. It's a few bolts and then some clipped in pieces. You just kind of pull it right off. It's no issue. So I ran the wire under there and just like let it drop down, and lo and behold, if you look underneath here, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know, it might be too dark, but it's right there. It's right there. It just plugs right into your reader port, plugs right in, super simple install. And then if you need to scan your car for any reason, you just unplug it and plug it back in when you're done. So super simple. I love this thing. Would 10 out of 10 recommend. This is probably the best OBD2 scanner that I have gotten to date. I haven't had very many, but what I have had are these. Sort of like very simple plug-in things that you can read over Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. This was like $15 or $20, and it works pretty good. It reads basic codes, so basic engine error codes it'll tell you about, and it can also read all of the data that your computer has as far as like emissions and all of this, like your mileage, your temperatures, all these things, all the regular car things. It's a good basic reader. But I upgraded to this thing. This was $50. I got it on sale. I think it's usually like $70, around there. And this, is the reason why I figured out what is potentially wrong with this light right here. It's my airbag light. It's on constantly. And with my other reader, I couldn't tell why, but this did tell me why. And it's because of the seat, like the passenger sensor on the seat, which I think is under here somewhere. So there's something going on with the wiring or something, and I think I may have figured it out. So I'm going to tackle that next and see if I can get rid of that light. So this scanner can read extra things with like pretty much all your error codes, like your ABS error codes. They can tell you exactly what's wrong, what sensors it's not sensing, or what sensors are kind of giving the error code. Same with the airbag system. It'll tell you exactly what sensors are failing or misreading something. Press the cruise control there. And I just got, and like any scanner, you know, it's able to delete codes. And I just fixed my O2 sensor, which was throwing an engine error code, which had my engine light on. Just replaced that. So now it's good. I cleared it easily with this. This is probably one of the best purchases you can make as a car owner. You can read your own codes, save a bunch of money. This is amazing. Again, 10 out of 10, would recommend. This is probably one of the best ones on the market for the price especially. Like, by no means is it a professional scanner, but it pretty much does everything that a professional scanner would do. So super nice. Okay, next up at number 3, we have probably one of the cheapest item that we're going to look at today, I think. This is a Nebo keychain light. Everybody got to have their little keychain light. This comes in super handy. It's right there on my key, so I'm never missing a light. It's super bright and it charges relatively quickly. It's a small battery, but you know, it's got different brightnesses: green light, red light, off. Just one button. This other big button is just if you want to have it full blast for a short period of time. It just turns off as soon as you release it. This actually was a gift. This is the Nebo Micro keychain light. I think these are like 25 bucks right now. That's how much they were when I got this. And I actually didn't buy this. This was a Christmas gift like 3 years ago. And since then, the battery has gone bad and I've replaced it, which isn't super difficult to do. I actually have a video on how to replace that battery on this channel. So if you look back, you can see that video. If you do want to see that video, just comment and I'll post it on the description or something. But this has come in super handy. I love this little light. I've been using it for years. It's a great light to have attached to your keys. So I love it. It's great. Recommend. Number 4, this thing. This is a Fantic tire inflator, little portable air pump. It's great. And turn it on. There, boom. There it is. You know, it's got a little light on it if you want to use a, you know, if you're stuck at night. Got a little flasher, so, you know, SOS, I'm here. You know, it's got different modes, you know, car mode. I have it at 36 PSI, motorcycle, bicycle, or basketball, whatever. And it comes with all kinds of different attachments. It does take a while to charge, but, you know, it's got USB-C and the old style USB as well. It is really nice design, super durable. This, the only problem with this is that you have to screw it on to your, like air valve on your tires. And if there's anything that has messed up the threads on your valve, on your tires, this will not go on. It will not go on. You will not be able to fill up your tires or air up your tires. It screws on really easily. Like, the materials used to make this are really good and it works really well. I've gotten other tire inflators that I don't like as much as this one. This is solid. Fantech X8 Apex comes with this really nice case that is sun faded a little bit because I've left it out a couple times. And then it's got little accessories. It has an attachment that you can add on and just screw onto this tip. It came with it. I lost it since then. And the attachment was for like bicycles with newer style valves on them. But I don't know where that is now. I lost it. And it sucks because that's the kind of valve that I have on my bike. So, and my bike needs air. So I'm kind of screwed at the moment. Anyway, little charger wire that comes with it that I've never used. I just use my regular charging wires, you know, but it's there. It comes with a charging wire. Does not come with a brick. And then it also comes with this little thing for like, you know, your basketball or whatever. So pretty useful. This thing has come in super handy. Anytime my car's tires or my friends or family's car's tires are out of air or low on air, super quick, bust this thing out and it'll fill up your tires super quick. So at number 5 we have this. This is the Nexpow battery jump starter. Let me show you. It comes in this really nice case, which I let sit in water, and now it smells a little funny, but it's still good. It protected the actual device. So it comes in a really nice case. I got this off Amazon, I believe, and it is superb. We got a bunch of attachments. This is the jump starter attachment. So you literally just plug this guy into here, like into this port. You can see right there, that's where it goes. Plug it in, hook it up to your battery, you know, make sure it's on. You know, you flip that, you know, it shows you it's fully charged, and then you're good to go. And I've like, look, it's still fully charged, and I've jump started this car like twice, 2 or 3 times already in the past week. I haven't charged it since. It's still full. So you can use this to charge your phone, whatever, your laptop, anything. Like, it's got a bunch of connectors there that you can use to charge your devices. So it is one of the most handy things that I have in this car. And like, all of these things that I'm showing you so far are things that are with me all the time. Everywhere I go in my car, I have these. I've helped other people with this thing. Like, there's been a couple times where people just like come up to me because they happen to know who I am, just like from personal relationships, and they're like, oh, hey, you do car stuff, help me out, my battery's dead. And then I'm like, oh, no problem. And I bust this thing out, and they're like, that's gonna jumpstart my car. And I'm like, yeah. And it jumpstarts their car, and they're like, oh, that's awesome. And they always ask me, what is it? And I show them. This is a great thing to have with you. It's got like a cigarette lighter adapter, you know, like the old school style. So you can, you know, if you have something that takes this kind of charger, you can just hook it up to this battery and charge it. Boom. Like, it's such like, you know, it's got the charger cable. Such thoughtful little things. But yeah, people are super amazed by this thing, and so am I. It's like, it's been super useful. It's come in super handy. I use it all the time. Even if it's, you know, even if I don't need to jumpstart anything, I will charge my phones, my laptop, whatever, when I'm on like a trip or something. Works super good. So like, you know, a lot of people get the Jackery thing. This is essentially that, but it can also jumpstart your car. So this is really good. I love it. I'm so glad I bought this. I forgot how much this was. This is around $70. I'll, you know, again, provide links for everything so you can check the price, see if it's something worth getting for yourself. And this was, I think, close to 100. So these are all a little bit pricey, but I think for sure, definitely worth it. Okay, and for the next 5 items, we're gonna go outside. It is raining a little bit. You can see it's sprinkling a bit, but no matter, we're gonna check these things out. All right, take a look at my mess of a trunk. Obviously, one of my most valuable purchases over time has been this toolbox and filling it up with the tools that are in there. But what I want to talk about now is this little impact guy. So power tools, essentially. So your impacts, your cordless impacts, this is a cordless impact driver. This is a cordless impact driver. And this is another non-Milwaukee. These two are Milwaukee. This one is from Harbor Freight. This is an Earthquake XT. So this is the extra big guns. This is the big gun, and this is just my everyday. For most things, this is what I use. So this is the most valuable one to me because I use it for pretty much everything. Only when I need like a little bit more torque do I come to this one or this one. This one I rarely use. Just for like the really hard to get things is when I use this. I haven't had to use a what is it, like a not pry bar. See, I haven't forgot what it's called. You know, the big breaker bar. I haven't had to use a breaker bar in so long I even forgot what it was called. But this thing is awesome. These go for like $250, I think, on Amazon. And I'm not sure if that's just the tool itself. I don't know if that includes the battery. But especially around the holiday times, you can find some deals. And I love this thing. I use it for everything. It's got this little like light on it. This one's even cooler. It's got the ring light on it. So these are great tools. I actually think I got these used from eBay. So that's another option. I'll have an Amazon link for these, but you can also go to like eBay. You can search for used, like places to buy them online used. It's probably one of the most used things I have. It makes working on cars so much easier having cordless impact tools like this. Another purchase that really was not all that expensive were these ramps. These ramps are usually like $30 to $50, depending on where you go. I believe these cost me $35, and they are so good. You just drive on up in your car. If you need to do an oil change real quick, you just drive your car on up there, and you have access. You can easily get underneath your car and, you know, have at it. You don't have to worry about jacking it up. You don't have to worry about using the jack stands. You don't have to worry about anything else because you already have it raised. You just chuck your wheels, you know, drive on up, put some chucks behind your rear wheels, pull up the parking brake, you're good to go. Change your oil real fast, and when you're done, just drive right off. Super easy. It makes things like simple maintenance like that super easy. And since we have the jack stands right here, this is item number 7. This is probably, I mean, this is literally a lifesaver. I feel like it's almost like a required thing. If you're going to work on cars, it's required that you have this, because if you're going to lift something up and all you have is your jack holding it up, then you're in trouble. This is literally going to save your life. So I keep buying them. I have one pair, another pair over there. I think I have 4 pairs in total. This is the newest pair that I got. There was a deal at Harbor Freight. So there you go. Super valuable, nice to have. Again, something that's going to be between 30 to 50, maybe even up to 100, but that's rare, I think. Literal lifesavers, cannot go without it. And at number 8, we have the hydraulic jack. Love this thing. I got it a few Christmases ago, and it's the best thing that I have bought for working on cars. It makes lifting them up super easy. Makes everything a breeze as far as lifting up cars. Boom, you don't have to, like, you know, crank forever. With your little OEM included jack that's in your trunk. You just get this bad boy, lift it up super fast, and a few pumps, and you're good to go. It's looking a little bit worse for wear these days because it's been left out a couple times, but it still works like a champ. You know, lube it up, clean it up, and you're good to go. Such a good purchase. Never regret that one. I actually want another one because I kind of feel like I need 2. So like jack stands, jacks are also something that I feel is almost a required thing. Not as much as a jack stand, but like pretty close. Like I said, I kind of feel like I need 2 at this point. All right, and in at number 9, we have the Creeper. I love this thing. It makes working underneath cars a breeze. So, you know, you just get on it. And boom, you can slide around underneath your car all you want. Super nice. I uninstalled and reinstalled 3 different exhausts, like the whole exhaust off of these cars, all 3 of them. I took all 3 of them off, and then I put 2 of them back together and back on yesterday and the day before that. And having this Creeper was such a nice, it made the whole thing like such a nice experience. So that's definitely one thing that has never been a regret. I forgot how much I paid for it. It was like maybe around $50. Definitely worth it. I think this was from Harbor Freight. Yeah, I think I don't know. What was this? Was this a Pittsburgh? It might have been a Pittsburgh. I forget, but I'm so glad I bought this thing. Definitely worth it. So I just realized I totally miscounted. I forgot that I had already done the oh, sorry, the camera's moving a little bit. I forgot that I had already done the power tool thing. I did the Milwaukee power tools. The brand doesn't matter. Any sort of power tool will work. Before I had the Milwaukee set, I had a DeWalt set, which also worked great. So, you know, you can use any one of these brands, whatever brand you prefer. They'll work great. I like Milwaukee, so I use Milwaukee. It's got a great reputation, decent prices, so I use Milwaukee. That's it. But yes, that's all 10 items. And as an extra bonus, this beanie. This isn't directly car related, but like, look at this thing. You got a light right there. I've been using it like all the time in the last couple of weeks because I've been working on these cars so much. Yesterday I was using it a bunch, being underneath the cars, working on the exhaust. This light comes in handy so much. And it's got like it's got this mode, which I don't know what you would use it for besides partying, but there it is. It's got regular, bright, and then party mode. So I love this thing, not just for the light, but because look, it's got Bluetooth ear speakers on it that are removable. This light is removable. The ear speakers, earphones are removable, so you can wash the beanie. And you just turn it on here. You hold this middle button down, you know, a little bit. Oh, it's off right now. I just turned it off. It was on. So it's on now. You can skip forward, back, whatever. I think one might do volume. I don't know. I just use my phone controls to like hit play, pause, whatever. I only use the middle button to turn it on and off or pause it. You can pause it if you just click it one time real fast. It'll pause. If you hold it down, it'll turn it on and off. But this thing is amazing. Actually, this is the cheapest item. This is just a bonus though, so I guess it doesn't technically count because it's not specifically car related, but I use it all the time when I'm working on cars. I love this beanie. It's like a no-name brand. I don't know what it says on there, but it just says Music Hat. Like, you can, like, I'll send a link. I'll find something that's similar. At this point, I don't even remember when I got this. I've literally had this for like 4 or 5 years. And it's just been working like a champ. I haven't had to replace any batteries. I haven't have to replace any components. The headphones are still going strong. The light's still going strong. The only thing about the light is I've had to recharge it a couple of times. It's like, big deal. Who cares? You have to recharge the light a few times. Yeah, who cares? And the headphones. Every now and then you just have to hit the recharge on them. You recharge it and it'll tell you when it's low on battery. The recharger is right there. And then this also has a recharging port. Yeah, so it's like the old school type connection, but it works great. I couldn't even find this anymore. I couldn't even find this exact one. So I'll look for something similar and I'll put a link below, but it was literally like $15. Best $15 ever. Love this hat. Love it. Use it all the time. Well, not in the summer. In the summer, I don't really use it because it's too warm to have this kind of hat on, especially out here in California. But this, like in the wintertime, man, I wear this all the time, everywhere. It's super good, super useful. Listen to my podcasts, my music, whatever, work on cars. It's awesome. I love it. I love this thing. So that's it. Merry Christmas. Check it out. See if it's something you like. See if it's like, if you've bought some of these things, comment what has been your experience. What are some brands you like? What are some things that you have bought that you feel are like your top 10 best car purchases, car related purchases? You let me know. What do you think? That's it. Merry Christmas. Have a good time with your holidays. If you know any relatives, or if you're buying something for yourself, here you go. Here's some ideas. I'll guarantee you, anybody, if you get any one of these things for any one of your like car people, they're gonna love it. Doesn't matter which one it is, they're gonna love it. Even in the great thing about like tools and accessories like these is that if someone got me another one of these, or like another air filler thing, or another scanner, or a hat like this, or light, like, do you think I would be upset about that? No. I love having backups. I love having extras. That's the beautiful thing about something like this. So it's always a great gift no matter what. And another extra bonus, gloves. These nitrile gloves, these little nitrile gloves. Now, I suggest getting something a little bit thicker than 5 mil. Maybe 7 millimeters and above is probably what you want for like a car person, because this is honestly a little too thin. They like rip on me all the time for like no reason. So something a little bit thicker, 7 millimeters, 9 millimeters will be the best for these type of gloves. Also a great gift. I'll throw a link down there for that too. So these are all awesome things that you can have that will improve your experience with your cars. And even if you're not someone that works on your car all the time, things like the little battery jump starter, things like the air tire, like tire filler, or a little air pump, whatever, things like that, having those kind of things like just ready to go in your car will be such lifesavers. Even if you're not someone that works on cars, it's nice to have it just in case you need it. And just the one thing that I would say with things like that is make sure that they are always charged. Always check the charge. Always make sure that they're full, that they have plenty of charge to do what you need them to do in whatever emergency situation you end up in. Because what you don't want to do is also bonus, I still have jumper cables. So even though I have this little power pack, I still have my regular old jumper cables in the trunk, because you never know, maybe one day I'm stuck out there somewhere and my jump pack is empty and I can't jump my car, and obviously I can't charge anything from my car since it's dead. So what do? You have your jumper cables. So that's another thing. Jumper cables, you can never go wrong with. Always nice to have. In the case of a real emergency, you can, wave somebody down and be like, hey, give me a jump. You have your jumper cables. Everything's good. But that's it. Just make sure you have them charged and you'll never have a problem. I haven't used my jumper cables in forever, because I've made sure that these are charged. So there you go. That is it. That is all. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful. Merry Christmas. The best of holidays. Enjoy your family, and goodbye.